Stop punishing yourself. This woman does not like you. You have carried this feeling for a very long time, a feeling that stayed with you even when you tried to push it away, a sense that something was not right, no matter how much you tried to tell yourself to be fair, to be patient, to be understanding, and even though you gave her the benefit of doubt several times, hoping that what you felt was only in your mind, but that feeling did not truly live because it was not an imagination. It was an observation, small observations that had built up over time and had now formed a clear picture of the situation. The truth is simple. Even if it is not easy to accept, this woman does not like you. She has never liked you, not in any real or genuine way, not in the way that brings warmth, acceptance, respect, and honest connection. And while there may have been moments where her words sounded polite or her actions seemed normal on the surface, there has always been something underneath that did not match, something that created distance instead of closeness. If you think back carefully, you will begin to see that this has been consistent from the very beginning because it showed itself in quiet ways that were easy to dismiss at first, such as the way her expression changed when you were not looking directly at her, or the way her voice carried a sharp tone even when her words were soft, or the way her presence felt different when you entered a space, as if something shifted that could not be explained with logic alone. You tried to handle it with maturity, choosing not to react, choosing not to create conflict, choosing to stay calm and respectful, even when something felt off. And you believed that by being kind and steady, you could create a better atmosphere between you and her. But the truth is that not every situation changes with kindness, but some feelings are already fixed long before you arrive. Her issue with you does not come from something you did wrong, no. And it is important that you understand this clearly because it is easy to start questioning yourself when faced with this resistance. But what she feels is rooted in something deeper, something within her that reacts to who you are. Whether it is your calm nature, your confidence, your presence, or the way you carry yourself without needing attention, and instead of understanding the reaction, she has allowed it to turn into a dislike. This is why her actions and her words do not always match, because there have been times when she appeared supportive but did not feel genuine, times when she was present but not truly engaged, and times when you expected fairness but received something less. And these moments were not isolated or random. They were part of a pattern that has remained steady over time. Now you are standing in a place where the truth is no longer hidden, where you can no longer ignore what you have seen and felt. And this moment is not about creating tension or proving a point, but about accepting reality and clarity. Because once you see things as they are, you can begin to move in a way that protects your peace instead of draining it. You cannot force someone to like you. You cannot change a feeling that was never built on openness. And more importantly, you should not have to reduce yourself to adjust your value just to gain approval that was never truly available to you. Because doing that only takes you further away from who you are meant to be. What you can do is recognize the truth without anger, without bitterness, and without the need to react in a loud way, because there is strength in quiet understanding and there is power in choosing not to engage where there is no real connection. And this allows you to remain in control of your own energy. This does not mean you need to treat her badly or respond with negativity, because that would only pull you into something unnecessary. But it does mean you become more aware, more intentional, and more protective of your space, choosing not to share too much, not to expect too much, and not to place trust where it is not being earned. You begin to create a natural distance, not out of fear, out of wisdom, allowing yourself to remain respectful while also being clear about your boundaries. And this balance is what keeps you steady, because you are no longer reacting to confusion, you are responding to understanding. There will come a point where this truth no longer carries emotional weight. You are not hurt by it and not frustrated by it either, but simply aware of it. And in that awareness, you will find peace, because you are no longer trying to fix something that was never yours to fix. You will stop searching for signs, stop hoping for change, and stop questioning what you already know. And instead, you will move forward with clarity, focusing your energy on people and spaces that return what you give in a real and honest way. This is not a loss, even if it once felt like one, because what you are actually gaining is alignment, a clear understanding of where people stand in your life. And once that becomes clear, everything else begins to align and feel lighter, more stable, and more peaceful. So stand in this truth without needing to explain it, without needing to prove it, and without needing to change it, because it simply is what it is. And now that you see it clearly, you are free to move in a way that protects your peace, your energy, and your sense of self, which is what truly matters in the end.